Hey, it's me. I'm pretty sure you all know I'm just a guy trying to make a good fan fiction on YouTube. I would like to first start off by apologizing for the long hiatus. I swear, it's just been hit after hit after hit. I'm sorry it's been so long, but my luck hasn't been so well. But I'm back now, and I'm more than willing to share with you part 2 of chapter 10. I know I started in part 9, that's part 1. But right now, I'm going to wrap this up, and I have something planned. Finally got some editing software so that I can continue this. But enough from me. Let's go ahead and just get right on into this story.
Chapter 10. Merry Christmas Part 2. Asterisk. Later with Pietro and Linda. Asterisk. Pietro looked down with a sad yet thoughtful pout while sitting up in bed. Then Linda rested a cheek on Pietro's back shoulder, then asked. "What's wrong?" Linda asked, concerned. "Nothing technically, just thinking about that woman Barry's going out with right now," Pietro answered. Linda furrowed her brow in a questioning way. What about her?" she asked. "It's just that, I understood her. I had that same kind of look of anger and sorrow that was on her face. When my village was bombed, I felt the exact same way she did," Pietro said with a far-off look and a sad tone. Linda frowned sympathetically and wrapped her arms around Pietro's chest and pulled him close. "Oh Pietro," Linda said sympathetically and kissed his neck. I just understand her so much. I don't know if I want to stop her. I know Barry said that he couldn't let her do it, but," Pietro began to say with a thoughtful expression. "But you would help her, wouldn't you?" Linda asked. "Not sure, maybe," Pietro answered. Linda frowned in worry. "Please, don't Pietro. You'll be breaking your promise to Barry," Linda said. Pietro sighed heavily. "Yeah, I know. But, it's still not a very good Christmas, I mean, her father being murdered," he said. Linda pulled Pietro into a full hug. Pietro hugged back and said, "Now that I think about it, and now that I saw that rage and sadness in that lady's eyes, I realized that maybe I'm still a little bit bitter about my village being bombed, because my parents were killed because of that," Pietro said both sadly and bitterly. "You are?" Linda asked. "Yeah, now, I'm even more thankful to Barry for taking me in, because he's helped me a lot, and so have you and the others," Pietro said. "Ah, thanks Pietro," Linda said with a smile. Pietro smiled back and asked, "And how about we start that making out again, or are you too tired?" Then they both heard Barry on the intercom calling Pietro to come to the main lab, he's needed. Pietro put on a shirt and sped off to the main lab in a silver streak of white lightning. Asterisk. In the main lab with almost everyone else. Asterisk. Pietro sped in the main lab, making a bunch of paper fly around. "Oh, hey Pietro, glad you're here. We need to train you so you will be ready for what's coming. I'm going to need you there with me. I'll need help taking down both Weather Wizard and the Trickster," Barry said. Pietro nodded. "Yes, of course, right away," he replied with enthusiasm. "Okay, let's go," Barry said as he sped out in a flash of orange lightning. Pietro followed soon after in a flash of white lightning, and blue and silver streaks. Then as Cisco walked in, Caitlin quickly walks towards Cisco and says in both a sad and worried expression, "He found out now, he not only knows about his new speed, but also the potential of it." "Wait, what?" Cisco asked. "Yeah, both he and Linda found out that Pietro has the potential to be faster than even Barry," Caitlin said in a disappointed tone. "Look, I know you were worried about this and all, but don't you think that this might be a good thing? And besides, I'm sure Pietro is going to find out at some point anyway, right?" Cisco asked. "Yeah, but," Caitlin began to say, "and besides, we all practically already knew about Pietro's potential anyway, so it pretty much looked like everybody knew except him anyway." "Yeah, you're probably right," Caitlin said. "Hey, guys, have you seen Barry?" Iris asked as she walked up to them. He left a few minutes ago, with Pietro, something about training him and helping him control his new powers," Cisco said. Doesn't mean we shouldn't be careful, and it doesn't mean we shouldn't be cautious either. Caitlin said. With Barry and Pietro in the training basement. Barry in the Flash suit, and Pietro in his. But as they were training, Barry was more impressed than he thought he'd be. Not by the lightning throwing, Barry saw him master it twice, but when Barry challenged him to a game of speedster tag, Barry saw that Pietro has gotten faster than last time. As they were zipping around, Pietro always escaped Barry's reach when it looked like he was about to catch him. But of course, Barry wasn't exactly using his fastest top speed. Barry was impressed, and then after a while of training, Barry said, "Well, looks like you're getting better at control, and your has definitely improved, but you might still need a bit more training before the fight." "Yeah, well, I have had a great teacher," Pietro said with a smile. Barry smiled back. "Thanks," he said. As they were taking a break and drinking some water, Barry looked to Pietro and said, "I've got to admit, you really have gotten faster than before." Barry said, impressed. "Thanks," Pietro said. "Your speed's not the only thing that's grown though," Barry said. "What?" Pietro asked. "That is, your muscles are bigger," Barry said with a smirk. "Really?" Pietro asked. "You are definitely looking stronger now than you did before," Barry said. "Yeah," Pietro said as he rubbed his hand through his hair and looked himself up and down. "But don't let it go to your head, and don't forget, I'm still the fastest," Barry said. Pietro gave a smug look. "Yeah, for now," Pietro said in a low voice. "What was that?" Barry asked. Nothing," Pietro replied. Barry gave a curious expression. "Well, we'd better get back to training," Barry said. "Oh, yeah, I was just thinking the same thing," Pietro replied. "I have something special planned, a new exercise, you might say," Barry said. "Really? What's that?" Pietro asked. "Come with me and you'll find out," Barry said. "Right," Pietro said. A second later, they were gone in a flash. Outside of an abandoned warehouse, the next moment. Both Barry and Pietro were standing outside of an abandoned warehouse and an apple was on a table. "What is this?" Pietro asked. "This is where I'm gonna train you." "Well, a new place for you anyway. This is where I was trained," Barry said. "Really? Interesting, but why's there a fruit here?" Pietro asked. "This is actually part of your training, all you have to do is get past me to get the apple," Barry simply says. "Really? That's all?" Pietro asked. "Yep, that's it," Barry simply replied. "Okay, I guess I can do that," Pietro said confidently. "All right then, try and get the apple," Barry challenged. "Okay," Pietro said. Pietro then speeds and was inches away from grabbing the apple, but Barry quickly grabbed Pietro and pushed him away. Pietro tried again, but again, Barry caught him, and then Pietro tried to do a double speed punch. Barry does the same trick, and pushed him back again, and then Pietro ran and tried to kick Barry in the side, but Barry grabbed his leg and pushed him away again, and again, and again. Pietro, frustrated, tries running towards the apple and reaching for it, but Barry grabbed him and pushed him back again. Then Pietro tries punching him, and then kicking, and then speed tackling, but nothing worked. Barry just copied what Pietro did and pushed Pietro away. "Do you not see what you're doing wrong?" Barry asks. "What? All I'm doing is trying to get the apple," Pietro answered. "Yes, but you're not thinking and being reckless. You need to think of a strategy, and a way to get through me. Think outside the box, think of something different. Don't just rush in," Barry said. Pietro nodded with an "ah," like expression and continued. Pietro tried many other methods of getting the apple. He tried jumping over Barry, but Barry got him. "I'll tell you the same thing I was told when I was being trained. There's a difference between having powers and having precision," Barry said. Then Pietro had an idea and sped off to the other side of the field and made a big white lightning ball with silver smoke around it. Barry then turned and faced him. Then he did the exact same thing, but with yellow lightning. Both attacks were cancelled out, but the shock wave was strong enough to knock Barry off of his feet. But while Barry was down, Pietro sped over and got the apple. Pietro makes a pleased and almost smug-looking expression as he bites into the apple. "I think I'm getting the hang of all of this," Pietro said with enthusiasm. Even though Barry was proud, he couldn't help but feel a little bit jealous. Barry got back up and tried to use his speed, but for some reason, he couldn't. "Is everything okay?" Pietro asked. I don't know, I can't use my speed for some reason. Barry said worried. What, but how? Pietro asked worried. I don't know, it's never happened before, unless. Barry trailed off. Unless what? Pietro asked. Remember that shock wave we caused? It could be affecting my speed, or maybe my connection with the speed force. But how, and why is it not affecting you? How come your speed is working? Barry asked. Pietro checked if his speed was working, and considering white lightning was flickering around him, it was. I don't know, Pietro answered, looking just as confused as Barry. After a minute of thinking about it, Barry thought of a theoretical hypothesis. I think you're an EMP for speedsters. I think it was that lightning ball, you somehow temporarily cut a speedster off from the speed force, and I'm guessing this, but I think the reason why you were not affected was because of your other type of speed. Barry guessed. So, my lightning can temporarily cut speedsters off from the speed force? Pietro asked. I think so, which is why we should try and not use that attack against any speedsters. But with the exception of Zoom. Barry said. Got it, Pietro replied. 30 minutes later, Barry got his speed back, and they both ran back to STAR Labs. Good, you both made it back in time. I was about to call. In Central City Square, atmospheric pressure dropped 200 hectopascals. Cisco said. Then Caitlin looked up in horrifying realization. The tree lighting ceremony, she said. There are thousands of people there. Barry whispered. Oh, and as you can see, the wand is finished, Jay said to Barry. Then Barry grabbed the wand and said let's go to Pietro, so the moment Barry took the wand, both Pietro and Barry sped out in a flash of orange and white lightning. On a rooftop where Mark Martin was conjuring up the weather. Both the Flash and Quicksilver sped over to Martin, who was standing close to the edge. Oh, I was only expecting one. Where'd this guy come from? Martin asked, gesturing his head to Quicksilver. You have friends in low places, so do I, Barry said, looking over to Pietro. Well, anyway, I was actually hoping you could help me out with something, Mark Martin said. Help you get back to a jail cell? It'd be my pleasure, Martin, Barry said. No, I'm trying to decide if I should kill everybody down there with a deadly hailstorm, or a little trickier, with acid rain. What do either of you think? Martin asked the two speedsters. Wait, acid rain is a real thing? Quicksilver asked. I was being sarcastic, kid, Martin replied. But yeah, acid rain is real. Martin still said all the same. How about neither? The Flash answered. You see this wand here? Well, guess what? But before Barry could finish, Martin let himself fall off the rooftop, but when both Barry and Pietro looked down, they both saw that Martin was flying down to Central City Square. Guys, he's flying, Barry said in surprise. He can fly? Since when can he fly? Caitlin asked in surprise. Well, he's using his powers to alter the air pressure around him to create pockets of updraft that can. Then Harry quickly said, interrupting Cisco. No, he can fly. Get him, guys, Jay said loudly to both Barry and Pietro through the comms. So from streaks of both white lightning and orange lightning, both the Flash and Quicksilver were running after Martin. Then when they got to Central City Square, the Flash used the mechanical-looking wand to suck away all the air pressure from Martin's hands, making him fall and roll onto the ground. You didn't really think we'd let you hurt all these people, did you? The Flash asked Martin. Martin made an unsettling laugh, then said, no, of course not, but I bet you're going to let me hurt you too, Martin said. Then a little green gift box rolls up and hits the side of the Flash's leg. Feliz Navidad. Time for a real war on Christmas, James Jesse said, wearing a Santa suit without the beard. What's this? The Flash asks. That is a box with a bomb in it, Martin said. Yep, I handed out about 100 of them today. It feels so good to give, James Jesse, the trickster said while chuckling a bit. Right now, there are 100 random children, who have each taken a box just like that one and are putting it under their Christmas tree. There's no way for even two speedsters to get to all of them, even if you two knew where to look. Oh no, please don't do this, the Flash pleads. What, me, kill 100 families? That's up to you two, I'm happy just to take your lives. So here's how it's gonna go. You both are going to stand there, and let me end you, very publicly, and very painfully. And I'll let everybody live. But, if I see so much as a small flicker of electricity from either of you, the casket makers of this town are going to have a very Merry Christmas. Martin threatened. So guys, what's it going to be? Martin asked the speedsters. The Flash looked to Quicksilver and said, "We can't let them kill those families," he said as he slowly and reluctantly gave Martin the mechanical-looking wand. "There ya go," Martin said with a malicious smile. Then he made a big ball of hail in both of his hands, and struck both the Flash and Quicksilver, making them fly back and hit the ground. "They're going to kill them," Caitlin said worriedly. "Unless we find those bombs, Cisco," Jay said loudly. "Jay, there's no way," Cisco said hopelessly. "There is a way," Harry quickly said. "To find 100 randomly placed bombs. We don't have to find 100, we just have to find one, then we get rid of them all," Harry said. "How?" Caitlin quickly asked. "A breach," Jay said, answering Caitlin's question. "That's right, we sent Rod away, and we can do the same to these bombs, all of them." "Do you have a drone in your workshop?" Harry asked Cisco. "Yeah." "Can it fly?" "Yeah." "Good, I'm taking it, and you're not getting it back," Harry said almost grimly. "I'll warm up the van," Cisco said as he went to get the van ready. Both the Flash and Quicksilver were struggling to their feet as Martin was knocking both of them around with strong wind currents, big ice balls of hail, and lightning. Cisco, Harry, and Jay were driving out at night, looking for even the possibility of a house with a family of children under 10. Harry knocked on a door, a kid answered the door, but Harry still bluntly asked the kid, "Your toys, give them to me." The Flash was moaning and grunting in pain, struggling to get to his knees. Quicksilver was struggling to crawl to the Flash. "Oh, you two don't look so good, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a jolt." Aimed at the Flash, Martin allowed the bolt of lightning to hit the wand, then he redirected it through his hands and pointed it at the Flash, but Pietro pushed himself up and jumped in the way of it, and it hit him in the back. "Wait, no," the Flash exclaimed, seeing the pain and agony in Quicksilver's face as he was being shocked by the bolt of lightning. Then when Quicksilver hits the ground, the Flash whispered as he was shaking Quicksilver. Pietro, are you okay?" the Flash asked in quiet franticness. Asterisk. With Cisco, Harry, and Jay. Asterisk. "Harry, what is the plan?" Cisco asked scarcely as Jay was taking out a bomb from the green box they have. "One of the 52 breaches opened up by the Singularity is a quarter-mile directly above the city, and we're going to use your drone to put this bomb into that breach," Harry says to Cisco, pointing to the bomb. "How does that work?" "One down, 99 to blow," Cisco says. "Basic physics, Ramon. Magnetism. Magnets of opposite poles attract one another. Help me out here, Jay. If we change the dimensional frequency to this bomb, and get it through that breach," Jay began, "it'll drag all the rest of the bombs right along with it." "I'll drive," Harry finished. Then sure enough, as Harry directed the drone into the breach, all the gift boxes with bombs in them were dragged away right along with it. Cisco looked happy and jittery, seeing that it was working. "They're all yours," Martin says to Jesse. "To think this city worships you, James." Jesse, the trickster, said in an envious way. "But when I kill the Flash, everyone will realize I'm the man who saved Central City," James said with almost a hiss in his voice. Then Cisco said, calling Barry on the comms in Barry's cowl, and quickly said to him, "Barry, the bombs are gone." Then orange lightning was crackling in the Flash's eyes, and even after Jess's eyes widened and said "uh-oh," the Flash wrapped Jesse onto a tree with Christmas lights, then used the mechanical-looking one to suck all of the power out of Martin as Martin fell onto the ground. The Central City police car pulls up, and Patty comes out with a meta-human dampening boot. "Detective, it's taken care of, they can't hurt anyone else," the Flash said in his vibrating echoey voice. But the Flash soon found out that the boot wasn't for Martin. Patty shot the Flash in the leg with it, as Quicksilver was recovering. "Ah, what are you doing? Detective, what are you doing?" the Flash was saying. Quicksilver, stop her," the Flash loudly asked. But Quicksilver didn't even move, instead he looked down in sad understanding of Patty's plight. "This is for my father," Patty said loudly. No, detective," the Flash yelled out to Patty in his echoey voice. "Detective, no, please don't do this," the Flash pleads loudly. "He killed my father for a couple $100. What was so important that my father had to lose his life?" "Martin will get what he deserves," the Flash said. He deserves to die, Patty declared loudly. Not like this, the Flash says back loudly. Mark Martin laughs and says, you don't have it in you, pretty lady. I've been asking myself that for the past 4 years, and now I know. Patty says almost grimly. No, Patty, if you pull that trigger, your life ends too, you will go to prison. Everything, and everyone that you could have had in your life will be taken from you, again. Martin can't take anything else from you unless you let him. I didn't know your father, but he wouldn't want this, not over him. The Flash urged. Patty looked like she was struggling with her decision, and Pietro was looking back and forth from Patty to Martin, wondering what she would do. Then Patty turned Martin over, and said, Mark Martin, you're under arrest. She said as she was slapping the handcuffs on him. The Flash sighed in relief. Quicksilver silently watched, and shook his head up and down in realization, and James Jesse said in an almost real-looking way. That was beautiful. Then he appeared to have started sobbing. Later at the West home. Nearly everyone except Harry was there having fun and drinking eggnog. Iris was decorating the tree and even put a gold lightning bolt on it. Both Jay and Caitlin kissed under the mistletoe. Joe and Cisco were pouring a little something extra into their eggnog, and Pietro and Linda were snuggling on a couch. Till there was a knock on the door. Though she was a little surprised at first, Iris hugged Patty and invited her in. Very quickly and happily went up to Patty. Hey, I've been really worried about you, I've been calling. Barry said, concerned. I know, and I'm really sorry, it's just that I've been dealing with something by myself, but I want to tell you about it. I think that I'm ready to. Someone reminded me of what's important, so if you want to hear, I would really like to share it with you. Patty said. That would be the best gift I could get. Barry said. Really? 'Cause this is a really sweet sweater. Patty said. I hope it's as sweet as yours. Barry said with a smile. It matches, if that's what you're asking. Patty said before she and Barry kissed. As soon as Patty officially came in, she greeted Joe almost immediately, told Joe that she was dating Barry. Joe just said, it's about time one of you said something. But before they had a chance to sit down, there was another knock at the door. Are we expecting anyone else? Joe asks. Not that I know of. Iris said. Well, maybe Harry changed his mind. Barry guessed. Joe went to the door to see who it was. Then when he saw that there was a young man at the door, he wondered if that was who he thought it was. Then the young man said, Hi, I'm Wally, I'm Francine's son. Confirming to Joe that this was the son that he wished he got to know so long ago. When Iris walked up behind Joe, her eyes widened in awe as well. Wally was obviously worried if it was a bad time because Joe had people over already, but he insisted, and invited him in. Harry Wells pacing in an alley at night. As Harry was pacing back and forth, a breach opens up, and Zoom speeds up in blue lightning several feet in front of Harry. Time's up, Wells, what's it going to be? Zoom asks in his slow, sinister, evil voice. I know what you're doing, I know why you keep sending villain after villain from our Earth to this one. You want Barry and the other guy to get faster, you want both of them to get stronger and more full of the Speed Force. You're fattening both of them up like they're Christmas geese. Harry practically whispered. The more power they have, the more I can take. And you're going to help me. Zoom said in his slow, sinister voice. Let me see her first. Harry asked. Zoom ran through the breach and almost instantly, Harry's daughter Jessie Wells was standing next to Zoom. Jessie was both shocked and happy to see her father, and ran up to hug him. He quickly asked if she was all right, then she was crying and begging not to let Zoom take her again. As soon as he was saying that he won't and never again, Zoom effortlessly snatches her away again, and then said, now decide, in return for your daughter's life. I'll do it, I'll help you. Harry reluctantly said, I'll help you steal the Flash's speed. Harry says sadly and fearfully, wishing he could see another way.
End of Chapter 10, Part 2. Now I am so glad that I actually got out a new one this time, because it's been like 11 months since I got out a new one, and I apologize for that because my software unfortunately broke at the time, and my luck has been so bad that I actually had to wait this long to get something new. It's not exactly perfect, but it's good enough for me. Hopefully it's good enough for you too, because I have more plans for other chapters other than this one, because I'm honestly glad that I finally wrapped up this one and got to something new. But hopefully, the next ones will get better, and I hope you all like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you all later. Until next time.